Okay, here's the deal. You know how everyone was crazy about Meghan Markle? Like she could do nothing wrong for a short time. Then things started to change, and now it's like silence. But it's not just a random disappearance. This is a Hollywood-level disaster, and it's interesting to watch. It all kind of started with Tyler Perry, right? Mr. Media himself, he's accepting some award at the BET Awards, looking all classy, and drops this line: "You can't build a palace on unpaid bills." Boom. The room went silent. Everyone knew who he was talking about, even though he didn't say her name. Meghan Markle, it wasn't just an insult. It felt like a public breakup. Like, I'm done with this. Think about it. Tyler Perry was their freaking savior. When they left the royal family, they were basically refugees, right? No security, no home, the British press chasing them. Perry, out of the blue, sends his private jet, puts them up in his $18 million Beverly Hills mansion, gives them full-time security. He literally gave them a safe place. Meghan even said she'd call him crying, not knowing who to trust. He became a godfather to their kid, Archie. The guy went above and beyond. So, what happened? Well, according to the rumors, Perry felt used, like his kindness was taken for granted. He didn't want money. He's Tyler Perry, but he expected loyalty, some public recognition, a thank you. Nothing. Meghan moved on, promoting her jam, her podcast, all the usual influencer stuff, but never publicly thanked the man who literally rescued her family. That's cold, right? That's why that line at the BET Awards hit so hard. It was a warning, a ICU moment. And it might not just be about feelings. There are rumors going around about financial disagreements, unmet obligations. This could get messy. Legally messy. But here's the real kicker. It's not just Perry who's gone silent. It's Oprah. Oprah Winfrey, the woman who gave Meghan the biggest platform possible. Remember that interview? The one that stopped the world? No commercials, no interruptions. Just Meghan spilling her guts about racism, mental health, feeling trapped. Oprah framed her as a survivor, not a runaway duchess. That interview changed everything. Brands lined up, offers poured in. Oprah basically handed Meghan a new crown, and now nothing. No support, no follow-ups, no birthday wishes. It's like Meghan vanished from Oprah's radar, and that silence speaks volumes. See, Oprah is not just some talk show host. She's a brand, a queen maker. And she doesn't associate with people who are problematic. Let's rewind a bit. When Meghan married Harry, her wedding guest list was all about power players. George and Amal Clooney, Serena Williams, Oprah. But some of those people barely knew her. Royal biographers said it was more about image than real connection. And that's been a pattern, right? Intense friendships that disappear. Jessica Mulroney, the Beckhams, they all seem to get close, then silence. Are they just names on a list? Used to build a brand, then thrown away? That's the question Hollywood is asking. And that's why people are pulling back. Not out of anger, but because they feel like they were never meant to stay. Because Hollywood is all about who's useful, who's bringing value. And right now, Meghan's brand is damaged. Her Spotify deal huge at first, but then it just died. One season of Archetypes in Spotify was like, nah, we're good. Word is, the content was all over the place, couldn't keep people interested. Netflix wasn't much better. The Harry and Meghan documentary series, Hype City beforehand, but critics trashed it, called it emotionally flat, and their animated series, Pearl, never even saw the light of day. Big deals, weak delivery. That's when the Markle risk factor started floating around. It wasn't about scandal. It was about being unreliable. Promising the moon, delivering a pebble. PR firms were saying the same thing. High maintenance, low return. And you know how it goes in Hollywood. The calls stop coming, meetings get canceled, projects vanish. Even her teams, reportedly falling apart. Staff leaving, PR firms passing. What was once a sure thing is now a gamble. And don't even get me started on the Archwell Foundation. It was supposed to be all about global good, inspiring compassion, driving change. Sounded great on paper, but watchdog groups are digging into their financial filings, and it's not pretty. Unclear expenses, weird consulting fees, travel costs that don't add up. Some line items look inflated. Staff turnovers through the roof. Donors are losing interest. Projects get announced with a bang, then disappear quietly. It's a mess. And the worst part, Meghan built her brand on transparency and truth. But now, she's facing the one thing she ran away from. People are whispering that donors feel like they were played. That money meant for good might have been spent on image. That Archwell is more about brand than actually doing anything. Nobody's proven anything yet, but the pressure is building. And in Hollywood, where image is king, rumors can kill you. Look, in that town, your reputation is everything. Once people label you as difficult or unreliable, it spreads like wildfire. Behind your back, but in all the important rooms. And that's what's happening to Meghan. Insiders are calling her unpredictable, exhausting to work with. One former associate said there was a new direction every week. New ideas, new messages, constant changes that left everyone confused. Some PR firms have quietly dropped her. Others call her high maintenance with low return. Not because she's demanding plenty of people are in Hollywood, but because she just doesn't deliver. She pitched series that went nowhere. Teased a podcast comeback that flopped. Even rumors of big meetings ended with executives saying, "There's just no spark anymore." And that's the killer. You don't have to be hated to be shut out. You just have to stop being useful. That's why those bridges are burning. Not in some dramatic fight, but in a quiet, steady silence. Phone calls not returned, invites never sent, projects that never happen. She's not being blacklisted. She's just being forgotten. And in Hollywood, that's often worse than scandal. For months, everyone was waiting for Oprah to say something. She's the one who gave Meghan her voice, who shaped her story. But Oprah hasn't said a damn word. No tweet, no post, no public distancing. But the break's obvious. Insiders say Oprah's production company Harpo quietly pulled Meghan's name from upcoming press stuff. Internal memos went out telling staff not to mention her. One source even said a project they were working on together got scrapped overnight. No drama, just gone clean cut. It's not personal, it's business. Oprah's built her empire on authenticity and trust. When things get messy, she leaves. And that's what she did. She understood what Tyler Perry was saying. Hollywood doesn't see Meghan as worth the risk anymore. And here's the kicker. Oprah's next move might not just be distancing herself. Some sources are saying she's preparing something else entirely, and Meghan's name won't be protected this time. Whether it's a documentary, a tell-all, or just a quiet redirect, one thing's clear. Oprah's silence wasn't an accident. It was the final word. So, what does all this mean? Is Meghan canceled? I wouldn't go that far, but she's definitely in a danger zone. Hollywood's an unpredictable place. You're hot one minute, forgotten the next. And right now, the heat's definitely turned down. It's not just about her career either. This is about her image, her believability. She built this whole brand on being authentic, on speaking her truth. But if people start to think she's not genuine, that she's using people, that's a death sentence. And let's be real, the royal family thing didn't help. I mean, I get it. They're stuffy and outdated. But airing all their dirty laundry on TV, it was a short-term win. But long-term, it made her look kind of vengeful. And the constant victim act, it wears thin after a while. People want to root for you, but they also want to see you take responsibility. They want to see you learn and grow, not just complain about how unfair everything is. And the Archwell Foundation stuff, that's a really bad look. I mean, come on. You're supposed to be helping people, not filling your own pockets or paying for fancy travel. If those accusations are true, it's seriously messed up. But here's the thing. Meghan's not dumb. She's ambitious. She's driven. She's not going to just roll over and die. She's going to fight back. The question is, How? Does she try to reinvent herself? Does she apologize for her mistakes? Does she disappear for a while and then come back with a new project? I don't know. But whatever she does, it's got to be authentic. It's got to be real. She can't just keep doing the same old thing. It's not working. She needs to listen to the criticism, take it to heart, and make some serious changes. And she needs to surround herself with people who are honest with her, not just yes-men who tell her what she wants to hear. She needs people who will tell her the truth, even if it hurts. Look, I'm not saying I hate Meghan Markle. I don't. I think she's got a lot of potential, but she's got to get her act together. She's got to stop playing the victim and start taking control of her own story. And she needs to remember who helped her get where she is today. She needs to show some gratitude, some loyalty, because in Hollywood, those things actually matter. Tyler Perry and Oprah, they gave her a chance. They opened doors for her, and she basically threw it all away. That's not a good look. So, what's next? I honestly don't know, but I'll be watching because this is a classic Hollywood story. A rise, a fall, and maybe, just maybe, a comeback. We'll see. But right now, things aren't looking too good for Meghan Markle.